What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is Ladies Who List Atlanta season 1, episode 8. It is the season finale. Now, I saw at the end of this that we're gonna get a little reunion next week, which I thought was interesting that we're gonna get a reunion. Okay, so we'll get to see what is what and where we are today, because who knows when they film this, child. Y'all know how these shows are. So we start this episode off. We have Kiana going to a closing with her client, who's the seller, and the buyer is actually also one of her associates. So the money is staying in-house, honey. She's getting the commission off the seller and off the buyer, and it ain't nothing wrong with that, right? That's the advantage of having your own brokerage, is that you can be representing the seller and somebody else in your company representing the buyer, and it's cha-ching and cha-ching. So we got to see that closing, and Tiffany was the closing agent. So, I mean, the closing attorney. So listen, it was all one big happy family, and it was cool. And you know, Kiana quit the show, and I didn't do a whole thing on it. I'm just going to say this really quickly. One of the things that she criticized was that they filmed so much footage, yet not a lot of it made it into the show, and that they've created so much drama. But I'm gonna push back on that a little bit. I can't say how much they filmed. That part I can't push back on. But what I am going to say is, I feel like in every single episode, we saw homes, we saw closings, we saw homes being sold, people looking at homes, and in a lot of cases, these people bought the houses or put offers and they closed. And I just feel like we got that. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we got that. But anyway, because that was one of the criticisms of selling Tampa, was that we didn't see a lot of closings. And this one, I just feel like every episode there was a closing or something major. Anyway, yeah, they gave us drama, but you're gonna get the drama. You almost have to have the drama. But anyway, moving on. So then we see Tiana and Kiera going out. They going to a wine bar. They're tasting champagne, honey. And Kiera tells her, listen, you know, Crystal has really been giving me the hard sell. Like, she wants me to bring my business over to her. She was like, I have a great relationship with Tiffany. I've done a lot of business with Tiffany. And, you know, but Crystal is giving me, you know, she's almost making an offer I can't refuse. And so Tiana says, listen, this is what I need you, this is what I want you to remember. Know when you're being sold. Know when, because, you know, Kiera said, you know, it almost makes me wonder, is she reaching out to me for us to really become friends and for her to get to know me, or is it all about my business? And Tiana, she brought up a good point. She said, let me tell you something. She said, you are a smart, intelligent young woman. When you go out on a date with a man, you know whether he there for the right reasons. You know whether he there just trying to get in your pants, or if he really trying to get to know you and build something with you. She was like, yeah, you right. She was like, okay, so then you should know. You know. So then we have Robin and Crystal going to this poly situation. And let me say this to y'all. Now I'm about to go ahead and give y'all some of my business now. I'm going to need y'all to listen. First of all, I'm going to need them to stop acting like this whole poly thing is so weird and so, oh my gosh, I never heard of it before. Oh my goodness, what is it? Oh my, what do they want? What are they going to expect? Listen, it was a cookout, okay? It was a cookout of people who are in the lifestyle, so they can be around and get to know people who are in the lifestyle with them. And you want to know why they had a cookout and they have these events where they get together, where they can spend time together, where they can hang out together. You know why they do that? They do that so they can be in an environment where people are not looking at them cross-eyed, where people are not looking at them like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Like, y'all act like these people had the plague or something. Like, y'all, like, now, by the end of it, Robin, I'm going to give you credit, girl. By the end of it, Robin came around and shit. By the end of it, she said, well, listen, this might be the way I need to go. So I'll give you credit for that. But y'all really walked up in there like you thought these people had two heads. Now, I understand that it might be hard to understand it, to say, oh my goodness, because like the guy that they met, Zanny, I believe his name is, who was Crystal's friend, his girlfriend wasn't there because she was with her husband. And he was like, listen, I understand that, you know, my days are this, and this, and these are the days she spends with the family, and so it is what it is. And they were like, well, does her husband know? She said, yeah. He was like, yeah, the husband know. The husband got his, he has his girlfriends too, and hell, me and the husband have even hung out together. And they were like, what? Oh my gosh, what? And it was just like, now again, I'm going to tell y'all my business. I have friends who are in the lifestyle, right? And they have cookouts, they have get-togethers, they have card parties, they have all these different events where people who are in the lifestyle who are interested in being in the lifestyle, they invite them so they can be in a room together and have the conversations and be open with it. They can say what they want to say, they can act how they need to act. That's my girlfriend, that's my wife, that's my husband, that's my boyfriend, and it's not a big deal, and people don't look at them crazy. And I get it, but I don't know. The first 5 minutes of this scene, I was like, for real, y'all? Like, y'all are very intelligent women. Y'all not green. Y'all not fresh out the box. Like, come on. This can't be the first time you've heard of this. This can't be the first time that people live in a certain lifestyle, but whatever. So, Robin ended up having a conversation with them, and she told them, listen, I have thought about it in the past. I've thought about being in a threesome. She said, I used to work at the strip club, so I'm kind of fluid as far, like, she's not saying that she's into women or anything like that, but she said, listen, I'm open, I'm kind of fluid when it comes to being with a woman, being with a man. Like, I'm open to the to the flow. And it ended up being a good time. Robin really had an honest conversation with these people, and I can appreciate that they were patient and they didn't take offense to any of it, because it could have, and I'm sure part of that's because the camera was there, but it could have easily went a different way, because like I said, they walked up in there like they expected them people to have to grow a third head or something. So Crystal pulled Zanny aside and let him know that she actually was in the process of talking to somebody and getting to know somebody, and he was like, that's cool, all I want for you is for you to be happy. But I feel like even if Crystal wasn't had met somebody, I don't think she was interested in being in a polyamorous relationship. And let's be clear, you have to want to be in it, because it is a lot. Jealousy does happen. And they said that, they said, listen, people get jealous, but we got to talk it out. We have to work it out. And one of the young ladies said, she said, listen, we are taught these norms. We grow up in this, and we are taught that this is the way that you're supposed to act. You're taught that you have one wife, one husband, and that's who you're with forever. And so you are sort of going against the grain, and you're going against what you were taught. That doesn't mean it was wrong. That doesn't mean that what we're doing is wrong. It's all about your personal beliefs. And so I can appreciate that the conversation was had. Anyway, now y'all know about polyamorous relationships, but please go do more research, because, child, that was a whole mess. Anyway, so we see Crystal having her staff meeting and going through her open, list cases and all that good stuff. And we found out that she's going to have a client appreciation party. She said, due to, the Roni Ron or whatever, she's never really been able to have a client appreciation party like she wants to. And so she's inviting everybody that they have done business with in the last year. But she did say that, as an olive branch, she will extend the invitation to all of the ladies. And I was like, yeah, because y'all filming. So, that's what you gonna do. So we have that. So then we have Tiana, excuse me. And we found out about Tiana and her company. We get to know a little information about her company. And it's called Macedonia Luxury Apartments, which is an interesting name for luxury partners. But she explained that Macedonia comes from, there was a area in Atlanta once upon a time where her grandfather once lived that was basically a self-sufficient black community. A la Rosewood, a la Black Wall Street, right? And this is something I try to tell people. Like, people are just starting to learn about Black Wall Street, like within the last maybe 10 years, it's becoming a thing. But Black Wall Street existed. I mean, it was now let's be clear, Black Wall Street was its own, it was an enigma. But there were black self-sufficient neighborhoods all over the country, and Macedonia was one until probably the city of Atlanta decided they wanted that land and they broke it up and displaced the people. I really need to do more research because it sounds like an interesting story. But anyway, so she, talked about her business, and that's why she named it after her grandfather. Named it after that, because of her grandfather and everything. We see her husband coming to take her out to lunch, but she gets a phone call. She said, "Let me finish this paperwork up real quick. Give me a few minutes." But then she gets a phone call, and she finds out that her clients, remember the ranch that we looked at a couple of episodes ago with her clients, that they accepted the offer, and so she is going to be able to get the property for her client. So that was great. That was cool. Then we get to Crystal's party, right? It's a masquerade party, so everybody has on a mask. Tiffany and Kiera do not show up. Tiffany didn't show up because Tiffany don't like Crystal. Kiera didn't show up because I think she was worried that Tiffany was gonna be there and maybe she was gonna be caught in the middle between that Crystal Tiffany thing. But Robin was there. Tiana and Kiana were there, and they look nice. Robin had the blonde wig, honey. She looks real cute. Kiana always understands the assignment, okay? In my opinion, she always understands the assignment, okay? She looked really nice. But Tiana lets Robin and Kiana know that Crystal is trying to woo Kiera from Tiffany. And Kiana was like, "What?" She said, "I ain't been wooed in a while. What's up with this wooing? I ain't been wooed in a while." And, they were basically just listening, to it. But now we understand why the two of them didn't come, okay? We meet Crystal's mom, and her and Robin met for the first time. And there was a moment. It was cute. Crystal gave out some awards. I'm sure she gave out more than the 2 awards that we saw, but I'm sure they edited that because we don't know them people. But she did give Robin an award, and she gave Kiana an award. Child, that was pretty much it. I mean, it was the finale. Y'all know how they do with these finales. Robin said that, this was a very challenging year for her. She said she felt like that dinner was meant to tear her down, but she is bigger and better than what they tried to do to her, and she ain't going nowhere, honey. She is here. She is here. Crystal said that she's, been going to therapy, and she's in a long-term relationship now. Now, they did say that Robin and Crystal had another falling out, and that they are not friends at all. Robin has expanded her business. Crystal is expanding her law practice. She's opening up a law office in Florida and maybe she said Alabama, but I know it was 2 states. Tiana is opening up another office. Tiffany said that she has gotten her mental health. She has the tools to deal with her mental health crisis if another one were to come along. And that she is really working through it, making it happen. And she also has opened up another office, or wants to open up another office. Kiera is she's rebuilding her home. It's almost finished. And she has taken or applied to get her license to sell in Florida. Kiana is going through IVF with her husband. They're on their 2nd round. Listen, IVF is not easy. It is hard, and it's a process, and it very rarely takes the first time. So she's going through that. And I think she also is opening up another office or something. Anyway, all of them are doing well, but like I said, we have a little reunion next week, so I'm sure we're going to see what needs to be said, child. Anyway, that was it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.